Hey traders, my weekend video. Just going to give you a quick rundown of what I'm seeing in the markets here. Basically, I'm seeing rotation out of Megatech and trying to prop up the Russell here so far. 3 days, well, two trading days into this quarter, into this month. So basically, some things I'm looking at here. Money's coming out of tech so far, and we closed Friday holding on by a thread. So definitely something to keep on watch here. I do think we're probably setting up for a much greater decline this week in Megatech if the trend holds true here. And I think there's going to be some major sell orders probably hitting Monday. So we'll see how the open goes, and we'll go from there. Basically, we have an inverted head and shoulders here. We thought we were going to break out. Now the quarter's over with, and I think we're going to start seeing rotation out. We'll see what happens. Basically, we did not, even Friday, we didn't see major selling pressure, but we did have a positive divergence throughout the day on the 1 hour chart here into the close. So, you know, wasn't giving you a surefire sell signal into the close there Friday, like they're trying to hold on for dear life. But that is the scenario that I am seeing setting up here, the rotation out of Megatech. So definitely something to keep on watch here. Okay. ESs held out pretty well Friday. We had a nice little recovery despite the news. Nice positive divergence on our ESs. But if Megatech does have a big sell signal, it's going to take the ESs with it. So definitely something to keep on watch on that front. As I said, rotation into Russell. Nice. Came back in Friday morning. Really strong upside action here. I don't know how much rotation we can actually see in the Russell, given the current climate. Very bad jobs numbers Friday, plus now with which I think the whole Trump thing is a major thing. But a lot of times they'll poke above these trend lines into a VPOC, and the very next day see rejection of that untested VPOC, and that's what it was Friday. And we got a couple tests on it, and there's a chance for that. Ultimately, it could be the 1571 area is maybe the area they're trying to rotate money into and take money out of the Nasdaq. Okay, that is another scenario here, and that still would be validate the inverted head and shoulders. Even if you come up to here, that is still validating an inverted head and shoulders for the Russell in that scenario. Okay. Some other things I'm looking at here. We're going to start. Well, I can start with Google. Google is the weakest of the Megatech, and we are been below the 20 SMA for some time now. It was trying to come back up and break out. As you can see, we're not even getting much of a positive divergence on Google on the 1 hour chart, on the RSI into the close. Really looking weak going into the first of the week, in my opinion. And Google is the weakest of the breed. I really want to start though with Apple. It crossed below the 20 SMA Friday on the daily, and that is a major sign. I mean, Apple makes the market, and if its momentum is crossing below 20, I mean that's going to shut down a whole slew of momentum traders in theory. So definitely something to watch. We did have a positive divergence on our RSI Friday. They are trying their best to hold Apple above the 20 as of Friday close. So something to definitely keep on watch here going forward here. And I definitely want to mention that. I think it's going to come down here, back test this trend line for another entry at the 106 area. Any type of selling pressure here, or ultimately come down here and back test the gap, the 101 area, which in my opinion, the 101 area is a really nice long entry into earnings, in my opinion, for Apple. Microsoft, another one showing relative weakness, stronger weakness than most of the fangs. Basically, we have an inverted head and shoulders. Seems to be failing this pattern. We've already broken an uptrend. breakout uptrend consolidation. So we had like a wedge formation. Now we're breaking down back below it. We do have a positive divergence from Friday, and so definitely some things I'm looking at here for Microsoft. But my point is, it is below the 20 SMA now, so momentum has been stifled a little bit as of Friday. Same thing with Facebook, below the 20 SMA, positive divergence. Um, Definitely something to watch going into Monday. Monday is so important, guys. If we do not have money coming back in tech, I mean, we are in deep trouble next week, in my opinion. Okay. Some other things I am looking at here for momentum nades. That's your Boeing. Boeing, we're seeing rotation along with the Russell, and as you can see, uh, very improving RSI there on the Boeing 166 area. It has been completely and totally slaughtered here, but we have an inverted head and shoulders here. We need to start getting a closing price, um, above the 170 area. We need to start seeing a closing price above 170. It's still very sound pattern. Um, Below 162, it's going to continue to the downside. But right now, the momentum is to the upside for that one. Micron reported earnings last week. It's another momentum name that I'm watching. I am writing this one all the way down, hopefully down to $44 for Micron. I think we are going to get some rotation out of tech, and we can actually, we're getting to the point where it could actually start moving fairly quick early part this week if this scenario does pan out here. Some other momentum names. I'm still watching NVDA. They're using semis to try to hold this market. If the market does go, I was calling out first thing, 8 o'clock Friday morning, short. Uh, Very serious resistance on NVIDIA, and right here at channel highs, and it sold off all day, especially given the news and stuff. So basically, we're just keeping a close eye on NVIDIA, possibly for a rotation all the way back down to the 485 area, something like that, for NVIDIA if the markets were to correct. Here, AMD, another one's been showing relative weakness in semis ahead of some of the others. Very hot stock. Looks like to me it is showing some. Um, the pattern is starting to wane here, so we'll see what happens here. Like I said, if rotation comes out of tech, right here, right now, it looks like it's kind of trending in a downtrend, and it's an overbought area, in my opinion. If you put a channel on here, channel, and it looks like to me we have overshot the downtrend that we're in here on the as you can see this channel right here. I'm sorry, I need to take some of my. I think this is overbought, and we're going to be coming back down to the 70-50 area here in short order for AMD as well. Some other ones I'm looking at. BABA, I'm short in that too, on the theory that it was overbought as well. I think this is it's going to be. See, this is came up. I think this is a potential failure point, and we're going to come right back down to the white line, the 270 area for. This has been a responsive sell zone for Alibaba. So, in my opinion, we could potentially come back down to 2070, 270 on a market sell off for Alibaba. Okay, so that's just a few. I don't want to be all bearish, and but that's what I'm seeing, the rotation out of tech. So I don't want to be in any tech, and uh, basically I'm looking, maybe if I was wanting to go long, and if it what I'm looking more at the energy stocks, ExxonMobil, Hess, some of those names. If I wanted to go long for a month or 2 months out in positioning, those are the areas that I would want to go long, in my opinion. I don't necessarily want to be even touching tech. And considering how much weighting, only 5 stocks how much weighting they have in equities, I'm very worried that those stocks could definitely destroy the market if they start coming down. So definitely. And my last one I'm going to talk about is Tesla. They had their auto sales numbers and they're selling them off after hours. Uh, Auto delivery numbers Friday. So basically, well, I was very bearish going into this news, basically because not only was the stock trading at well, you'll do the math at 450 a share. That's $2,200 a share. Okay. On top of that, they had two secondary offerings, additional shares this quarter. Okay, and the traders buying into this are not factoring in any of the price to earnings ratio. The how ridiculously high that they've got valuations on this stock. So this, in my opinion, is by far the most dangerous if we start seeing rotation out of tech. Okay, going forward here, and I have a price target between 300 and 350 a share on this, and you can do this in just 2 days on Tesla, given the extremely high valuations. Okay, that's all I got to say here, and I will like the video if you like it. Please share it on Twitter, if you can, and write any comments below your inputs and stuff, and we'll go from there. Thanks a lot.